Good afternoon, everybody. Look at that. Look, we're live. It's been a while. We'll find out if people can't talk in a bit. Yeah, it just makes it easier sometimes. Thank you, Morgan. Hi. No, that's great. Hi, everybody. I'm Leah. I play Valenia, the half orc ranger. People should already know this by now. Um, my favourite die. Do you want a personal favourite, or do you want like how many sides? Um, it's probably my chunky D20 that is rather large, which I think I've actually got. I do. Look at that. Which is actually rather large. She says, rushing to get it, and it's pink and sparkly. It's from my My Little Pony D&D set that came. Basically, it's a load of basically a load of ponies that are all in D&D classes. What? You haven't seen those? Hold on. Let me just grab them because they're literally behind me. Goodbye, Frodo.
He's a Frodo the Dark.
Normally, people have to pay to see my ass like that. Oh God. Right. I just managed to completely move all the background and stuff as well as I was sitting down. Right, so we've got the Druid, we have the Rogue, we have the Barbarian with its shield, we have a Mage, and my personal favourite, the Bard, that even has a guitar. So I was thinking about doing it. I was thinking about running Tales of Equestria, which is a D&D My Little Pony game. And of course, it didn't take long, and I've managed to completely derail it. But you. Anyway, yes, that is my favourite die. Thank you, Tim. Yeah, they are. polished dice. Tim, I don't know if you know, but your camera has gone off. And so, so I will I will put your picture up then, if you want. If people aren't aware, they are everybody. Tim, Joe, and Morgan are all having issues at home at the moment. With that sounds worse than it was meant to. With it's like, yay! Wait, what? Oh, Joe's back. Mm-hmm. No. I would say a short rest is better than nothing. I'm happy for whatever. I'm not necessarily low on health. No, not for me. I'll go next as I've got night vision.
Well, not just the fact that you sort of taking a couple of hours between scenes,
Yeah.
just to kind of like run on through. Okay, if I could have a perception check for you, please.
Dokie. Try to find the right bloody screen. Perception. Oh, I've done it at advantage. So whatever the first one is, a 20.
Fair enough. That'll do nicely. Okay. You So the evening, yeah, the night is roughly falling, and you can start hearing the sort of usual evening forest, evening forest kind of wilderness sounds, but you do hear off in the distance the sound of trees cracking and crashing as if something large moving through the forest. Somewhere in the nearby miles, the sort of yeah, something you can hear sort of the groaning of trees, sort of the sort of cracking of timbers as branches are dislodged. There's something very large out there. It doesn't go near where you are, but it's unnerving near enough with the way the sound is travelling and this cold air that it just sort of just a little bit more sort of less relaxed than you might otherwise be, because you're very much that kind of scanning the horizon.
I think as I sit there, I'm gonna lazily just sort of rest my bow on my. Put myself outside so that gonna rest my bow on my lap, and just have an arrow just out, just in case.
Okay, okay. Yeah, as it turns out, nothing sort of nothing interrupts, but yeah, just that sense of things are moving out in the forest. You're not alone out there. Um,
Yay! I don't have to be. I don't have to read my own stories now.
and that oh, means that Turner is back in the room. Who knows? Do we have a Turner back? Do we not? All is quiet. I shall know in the dark. Um, yeah, no, Turner seems to go without any great rush. You finish off the 8 hours or so. This is pretty much you're not sort of knowing that there's stuff going on out there, and you've had your full rest. You know, you've had full long rest is had. Right. Meanwhile, back to the library, Kalumba. What are you focusing on in your research? What are the types of things that you're focusing on? Mm-hmm. Okay, no problem. So, which one do you want to start with? Okay, so we'll start sort of with the butt. So could you do a, let's see what type of research we're doing for that. Could you do an investigation roll for me, please? What sort of records are you looking in? Okay. Yep. This would each be.
Oh Jesus!
Right. Okay. So you sort of, yeah, of course, absolutely. It's a bit of that, it's kind of a pencil that's kind of rolled under the seat and said, I found the pencil I'm looking for. There you go. And sits back to her side of the desk to sort of finds me sort of busy and yes, spare your blushes. Could you make a perception check? While you're sort of kind of posing yourself and sort of settle yourself back, you think you catch a flicker of motion over in one of the corners of the room. That's sort of just scurrying out of view. Okay.
So that's not changed. That's not changed at all.
Oh. Okay. You feel a hatch in the floor that you've never noticed before. Okay. Latch turns easily. Gonna hold it open. Okay. While the hatch open, there's like a maybe staircase, sort of ladder, basic ladder, descending down into the bedrock, and you can see another carved tunnel down below, and what looks like lines, so just heading north, and looking as if you light from down there. Okay. It's not long enough. It's about 5 foot wide and 15 foot long. So it's taking sort of to where would be sort of definitely still under the main hub. It ends in a door, very similar to the door to the library that you've requested. Um,
Oh no.
open the door and you see a large library, bigger than the one that you were just in. It looks like it's set up for study. It looks as it is hasn't been used for quite some time, but is lit by the same kind of everlasting lantern kind of the glowing sort of brilliance, that kind of lantern everywhere else. The door is now roughly in the middle of the south wall. Close that for me. What is make a perception check for me.
Mm.
Okay. You reckon it's possibly about 100 foot on a side, this thing. Nice ribbon underlines the sort of shadowy spaces as well. And so we've got this sort of big main sort of central
I, I am 99.9% sure I know what this is.
So, yeah, you sort of feel almost feel like sort of these sort of dreaded fingers, freezing fingers, trying to wrestle through your mind as your gaze is locked behind, and just a sheer stubbornness, for lack of a better word, just a no, 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 no. You manage to pull back and sort of coin your mind, and you sort of sneaks aside, ducks back behind another on the shelves.
Have you put the picture in?
I'm just wondering because you haven't got icons and you can't see it. Give me just one moment. I will double check the map settings.
I can see the map,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, it doesn't seem to come through.
Tim, does it begin with an N?
It does.
Right. Okay. Does it sound like it's got a lot of meat around its midway?
It rises just it.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. If you've got a spare picture, that for some reason your printer doesn't seem to be wanting to pass that image through.
Right.
It doesn't want to play.
There we go. If you can see it on the stream.
Stop.
I really wanna dig through your mind. because that never ends up in a bad way.
Okay. Any particular tactics, any particular ways of moving yourself on the map where you're sort of variable and neutral? Okay, let me get the settings.
Is this the D&D equivalent of sleep paralysis?
I know why. Guess them or not.
Have you put Kaluma on the wrong layer?
No, I went and looked it up so I've put on there, but I haven't actually assigned it to Morgan's Hotel. There you go. That should be able to set it. Okay. Passive perception. Okay. As you're looking down there, you just catch brief glimpse of its shadow flitting, I think, from there. I think it's dark up there. Okay. Let's have a let's let me see the flow then.
Cool. Didn't mean to do that.
Right. Okay. Yeah, you want to keep there, and as you get there, you again see just kind of its foot disappearing around the end here, and there's a thud as it dislodges a book from the shelf as it lands just forward.
Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you? do you, do you ever get the feeling shit's about to about to go wrong?
Make an Arcana check. No, okay, make a nature check. Okay, you are absolutely positive that this is not a natural creature. This is some sort of aberration you've seen. There's just something otherworldly that kind of glistens. There's sort of almost like a what's the word I'm looking for? Almost a shimmer of constructed or milk. No, that's not the right word. Grown maybe. Certain things like it's not something that naturally occurs. Host previously attracted bats.
Looky look.
Can you see it?
Wait, did you just say 10 plus 9 is 21? I, I'm, I'm, I'm still concerned that I've missed a meme somewhere.
About whatever it is you're doing. I am Kaluma. My friend is Lord Amberhammer. He owns upstairs. I'm just doing research to help him. Can would you like to join me?
Make a persuasion roll.
I'm trying to fucking befriend a thing here. thing that
Uh-huh.
Kaluma's never seen before in their life. Nope.
No. Okay, you just sort of babble words at this point, and it sort of babbles almost almost a mockery. Sort of you kind of just hear it sort of. Yeah, you kind of hear fragments of your babble back at you, and it lashes out.
Wonderful.
It just seems terrified as much as anything else. 21 first hit.
Yeah.
23. So yeah, 13 points of slashing damage.
Nice. Wonderful.
Yeah, it's next to there. Okay, that's it. That's literally all it does. What do you do?
Okay.
Your turn.
Okay. Seeing the fact is that I'm obviously not going to be able to communicate with this thing. Sorry.
Okay.
You're quite
I'm
right
fine.
there.
I'm fine. I'm having one of my magnums, and one of the bits of chocolate just sort of like tickled the back of my throat.
Yeah.
Is it next to me?
Yeah, it closed to you and started lashing out.
Okay. Then I am.
You kind of get the impression it's kind of back towards the door.
Okay. Righty then. Well, I guess I'm. Does that hit?
It does.
14 points of damage,
Okay,
and I get half of that back, which is a 7.
Nice. Okay, you reach out and it has used necrotic against you. You've used necrotic against it. Its sort of skin blisters and bubbles as you cast your enchantment. It screeches in pain, and
And
it
for me bonus,
yeah.
I am going to cast Spiritual Weapon at 3rd level.
Yeah. Okay. Just have that next to it for a minute. There you go. Let me just assign control of that to you. There you go. Do the thing. Oh, we have. It's a hit. Another 10 points of force. Okay, let's quickly grab that. Okay, it's looking quite battered. And yeah, really quite irate now. So, you've not said you were virtually grazed while fighting. So, let's have another Constitution saving throw, please. That'll do very nicely. Yeah, absolutely. Sort of, you're kind of ready for it this time as you're trying to battle it off. Again, it tries to rot the flesh from your bones, and you're having none of it. So, your turn. What are you doing?
Okay. So, first of all, my spiritual weapon, I'm going to hit it.
Mm-hmm. Is a hit.
4 points of thingy.
Okay.
No. Wow.
Thing is, I've just got this image of Kaluma and there's nothing, just trying to slap each other, but running away from each other at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're basically just playing slapsies.
No! 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 Ow!
Can I repeat your 15, please?
Give it a go. Be just-
Wisdom.
Thank you. What did I get?
Guys, 8 points,
12, I think.
8
There's a
points,
fail, so we take all the way, didn't we?
8 points in the necrotic, Chris.
Okey-doke. Very much sort of looking very tattered and sort of ripped and torn and shredded and bleeding profusely. Very, very badly off now. Screams at you. Tries lashing out with its claws. Seems to have had more luck with that.
Oh, that's definitely a hit.
So 1 hit for 8 is 13 a hit? I don't think it is it?
No, it's not.
Okay.
So 8 away. Cool. Do you need me to roll a constitution again?
No, because that was him sort of doing a that was him doing the claw attacks. So
Right, okay.
rather than the eyes.
Right, okay then. What can I do? Ooh. I think I'm going to do... Oh, first off, I've got my spiritual weapon.
Mm-hmm. Is a hit. Okay.
5 force and... I'm going to do... Let's think. Sorry, I'll do that. DC Wisdom of 16, please.
Yikes. See what we get. Just enough. Whew.
So half as much on a successful one. So you take half of. So you take 7.
So for one brief moment, your minds are locked in combat, and you sort of press forward, and you can feel it resisting, and then its head explodes,
Oh.
and it just drops like a wet sack. And brains have gone absolutely everywhere.
Well, that went very scanners.
Kaluma's gonna. Is Kaluma just covered in guck?
Yeah, its body is currently slumped at your feet, oozing this purpley black blood all over your feet, and you've got sort of the blood spatter, brain, bits of bone fragment. You've got a couple of sort of minor scrapes from that. Your hair is, you don't even dare think about what's tangled in your hair and your horns at the moment. I mean, it literally just exploded in your face.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to do. I'm gonna do a little thing called sending.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to send a message to dear Lord Thorin Amberhammer.
Oh God.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. Somebody count the words.
I'm counting. Hi Thorin, Kaluma here. I sound like a YouTuber. Found underground library, very fucking big. Also, monster were there. I exploded the head.
How many words is it again?
25.
25.
25 in total.
I'm
Okay,
on
you've got
to
4 left.
You're on
yeah, I'm on
20.
to 8. No, I'm on 18. I've been
No, you're on
counting.
21.
No, I'm not.
I might have counted a syllable or something by mistake, so say 19.
Please come back. Need to show.
25.
Okay, Thorin, that's what you hear.
And
Yeah.
back over to you guys. That was a good fucking segue.
What do I say to this?
Hang on, wouldn't Thorin also be asleep? Can you get sending when you're asleep?
No, you're awake because this
Oh.
is just at the end of the
Oh,
of the long
right,
rest. You're all
yes.
just kind of packing and getting ready to head out.
Oh, okay, so
Out
we've
into
already
the-
done our watches. Okay,
I
sorry.
mean, that would be a very interesting wake-up call.
Hi, Thorin. I've just exploded someone's head in your library. What?
I think that's my reaction at the moment. Like, fuck's sake, what's Kaluma doing now? Right, okay, what do I say back? First of all, I'm probably going to be like, do I even want to know? Things to still sort out here. We'll get back as soon as possible. Just behave in the meantime. Okay, I know a word short, but close enough.
At that, Kaluma's just gonna sort of like look down at the thing and go, "I can behave."
And you hear a knock on the door behind you,
What we do,
Hello?
or
or the door that you came through.
Are you talking?
And I'm talking to Kaluma, and Katya sort of very nervously pokes her head round the door and goes, you are here. Shall I get a guard or a wash basin or both?
Yeah, I don't know what this is. I've not come across, and I've not met one before. I've not read about one before. I mean, I definitely remember because that was ugly. But it had a big eye, spikes, spindly shit, and it exploded.
I hope there's not any more in it.
That's what I'm thinking. But I found another library.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, good news, bad news, and all that.
Yeah. I'll get some more scrolls so we can start cataloguing, I guess. But I'll get a guard, and and you're hurt. Hang on.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
And she reaches into. Okay. Right. I'll go get a guard and some scrolls, and I guess it's going to be another late night then.
Yeah. If you just, you know, ask, just call out to see if anyone has a big jug of coffee.
See what I can find. Goes off, sort of leaves the door slightly ajar, sort of, and then you can hear the feet retreating back up the corridor. Okay, so back to yourselves in the inn. You have gathered yourselves together. You've had your long rest. If I quickly shift you onto the local map. Is that a moment to load?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you are about a hex. Yeah, you're just south of the bridge, crossing the great what's called the Grand Procession. So yeah, that smoke that that Arwen saw would seem to line up with where you've got the circle on the map for possible location.
Okay.
So, how do you want to proceed?
I'm guessing the best thing to do would be to, head towards where we were planning to go anyway.
Okay. Certainly carry on. Do you sort of want to be sort of carry on following the river, or do you want to try and cut across the open territory?
Sorry, yawning. I think along the river seems to be a fairly good way of doing it.
Okay, yeah, certainly at the moment it's icebound enough, certainly by the shores to be traversable. Obviously, sort of out towards the middle, it's actually not so much here. It's actually quite thin, but the water is flowing under the ice. Up ahead, you can see the snows getting thicker. Obviously, the grand procession itself is up on the kind of the cliff ravine over, and so you've got the option really of either taking pathway up onto the land or going underneath the arches of the bridge itself. Which would you prefer as a group?
Underneath the arches.
I think probably up towards the grand procession.
Okay.
Actually get onto some stable land just in case. And then...
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Oh no.
That's all right. Making your way through, you're able to sort of find a pathway up the side of the sort of an old animal trail leading from sort of a small beach, kind of leading up more onto the sort of the more secure footing of the ground above. And again, the increasingly you're finding that rocks and the general sort of underlying structure of the land are, depending on how you look at them, sometimes they look like rocks, sometimes they look like skulls or other bones, and it's sort of a weird sort of blurring of not being quite sure what it is you're walking on all over. Certainly not how you remember it the last time you were scouting in this area.
Mm-hmm.
Could 1, 2, 3. Valenia, could you make a survival check for me, please?
I certainly can. Oh, fuck. Whatever the first one is. 26.
26.
26.
I'll do very nicely. Okay. So as you're sort of going everyone up the trail, there's a bit of a landslip. How, using your survival skills, do you prevent the party from being dislodged from the trail and sort of plummeting into the ravine?
Yeah. I think as I noticed the landslip happening, I should sort of hold everybody back and just decide to go slightly more around where it is.
Okay, yeah, that works. Yeah, you're able to spot the signs of the imminent collapse in time to be able to route them around, and indeed, as you're just sort of above and sort of just far enough back from the slip, you see a whole section of cliff just slice away down below. And had you not spotted it, then yes, the party would have been caught in that descent of the cliff face down below. There's very much that sort of everyone just clinging onto tree roots and sort of bits of rock and just going, yeah, good call.
Are you trying to say that we're caught in a landslide?
When I just go, which point I just go, Valenia, you're the one that's telling the Calmrus to kill me because of a landslip.
Well, there's obviously there's no escape from reality. Yeah, literally, it's just that instinct just kicks in just soon enough.
Yeah.
Just to stop. including a pushing of Kerner to one side.
The just move this a moment. Yeah, you're able to sort of carry on round through the snows, and eventually you're getting to sort of near where you saw the smoke, and up ahead you can see a it looks like it was probably a trading post of some sort. It's very much sort of battered and scorched. There are a number of buildings still standing, but there's basically a large palisade all the way around it, and there's sort of a there's smoke coming from a couple of the buildings. Could I have each of you make a perception roll, please, as you're sort of coming into view of it?
Okie dokie.
Perception.
Yes, please.
Right, there we go.
I'm really not very perceptive today.
Well, Thorin, you're able to see the palisades, and there's things and people moving around. Kerner, again, you've sort of seen that, and you managed to sort of spot as you're coming around where the entrance is.
No, I'm blind.
Valeni,
I'm blind as a bat.
yeah, you're more focused on just sort of keeping everyone else safe. Arwen, it is you who spots that on at least one. Yeah, you spot on there's sort of a raised sort of guard post area just next to the entrance that's open. You spot a Draeger with a sort of standing with a large mounted ballista, kind of watching for the watching along the approach road.
Wait, with a what?
So there's a Draeger, and he's sort of standing manning a post with a large mounted ballista.
What's spelled like ballista, as in like what you get on your heels?
Ballista. It's a large mounted crossbow used for shooting houses.
Oh, ballista.
Oh, ballista. I was hearing blister.
I on the feel of your toe. I'm like, what?
And
Where's
what?
this
so-
blister on the feel of your toe? And then
What's?
not ballista.
Oh, I'm just going to quickly look up Draeger. Oh, Draeger. Okay. What are it?
Yeah, Duergar.
Okay, that's what they are. Awesome. And I'm the only one that spotted this guy.
That's right. You stopped. You kind of stopped a little way short. I'm just going to sort of swap to a map so you can get a better idea of what you're dealing with. It's quite a big camp, and I'm just trying to find where I put it. There it is. And you all are. Gee, don't do that. Down in the bottom right. Bing. Well, you're just in the trees. You can be a little further out if you like, but just to give you an idea of what you can see from where you are.
Okay. I'm going.
I can't see where we're. Oh, right, okay, got it. Yeah. Sorry, continue, Alwyn.
It's fine. I'm just going to like tap on everyone's. Well, I would say shoulders, but it's probably going to be more like their waists, isn't it? Like their backs or whatever. I'm just going to tap on everyone, just point to the Draeger, and trying to make as little noise as possible because I am definitely not stealthy, and I want to make not that much noise. To just kind of show, yeah, there's a guy with a big.
Oh.
So, the guy is I noticed him up here, so I'm
Yeah.
guessing from down here we can see him.
Yeah, that's why I said Arwen
Oh,
tapped on
sorry.
everyone and pointed. Yeah, I just said Arwen did that. Because he's trying to be as quiet as possible, so we don't get attention drawn to us until we want it.
Oh, that's a large area. Wasn't expecting that. Shut up, Leah. And I almost said the thing. So yeah, you said Arwen's not very stealthy.
Well, he's got heavy armor.
What about if he was on someone's shoulders?
Tim, what's the wrong on that?
You could make a strength check to. I mean, you could make a strength check to carry him, but I'd then say anyone trying to stealth would be at disadvantage.
Yeah, so there'd be disadvantage in either way. Just because of my armor, I've got disadvantage on my. But that's fine, we can stealth. I just was saying more the fact of that's why Arwen's being quiet right now until we have a plan.
Can we see the entrance from where we are?
Peering through. So it's just where I'm peeing on the map there. So yeah, you can sort of see the open gate. Looks like it's been breached at some point.
Okay.
Yeah, these structures here are what looks like traders' tents, but they haven't been used in quite some time. They're sort of heavily covered in snow and frost, and sort of the sort of the sad frozen remains of vegetables and lumps of what were probably meat at some point. Sort of the odd arrow sort of sticking out of bits of wood and things like that. Yeah. They are, because you can see that one. They are wearing the same sort of colours that the Dwager who were fighting for the Mind Flayers wore. The ones who, the ones that were beaten back.
Okay. Thorin.
What?
I think these are the same Dwager that we kicked out of your home.
Oh yay! That's just what I wanted. More of these bumholes.
I mean, this is what led to your dad's death. This. Do you not think that we could just kill them?
Yes, I know. I'm still pissy that twats killed my dad, but it's like there's more of them. Just why?
Could you make a perception check for me, please? Valenia, seeing you're looking that way.
No, that's the wrong screen. Perception. 13.
Okay, you see... Yeah, from where you are, just about see movement. Two very, very large spiders written by Dwager are you sort of see them sort of just through the gaps, moving around in the area, just inside the gate.
Nope. Valenia's like, no, fuck this, I'm off. Oh, great. I'm just gonna relay that to the rest of them. Definitely looks like they're on patrol. That's for sure.
Oh, great.
Do you know how long this place has been? Has it been abandoned? Is there supposed to be people here?
The last time, I was living in the area, which was quite some time ago, it was as far as I knew, there was people here. So I'm guessing they've been driven out.
Fair inference.
I mean,
bear in mind there has been like a war since then, and then I fucked off adventuring.
Dwager are the ones from the from not the Underdark.
Yeah. Down in the dark, down in Khyber.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
My brain, because I've got no, I can't find my book with all my writings in. So weird question. I think I know the answer to this already.
Mm-hmm.
If I put my ring of invisibility on,
Mm-hmm.
does it hide my footprints in the snow?
No, I don't think it
Not
does. That's
automatically, but you could make a stealth roll with advantage.
yeah, because isn't that what got you caught last time?
No, what got me caught last time was going, I think it missed us.
No, no, because you stealthed where the hut was, where the trolls were in the hut, and
yeah.
you stealthed in those footprints in the snow.
Yeah, you got away with it at the time, but then when they came out later and found the footprints under the window, then they called in reinforcements.
Mm.
Is all this quite heavy brush? Like I could like sort of walk among
Seem
it.
like you pass without a trace.
It's not heavy, but let's say you could move at half movement through the thickest bits.
Which wouldn't matter anyway because of my ranger skills.
Yeah.
Screw it. As we're sort of like hidden like down behind the tree, I'm just gonna slip on my one ring.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna like go close to the tents.
Okay.
Like trying to minimise. So,
Okay. Move yourself up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm gonna finish off sort of between those two.
Okay.
So obviously I'm not on the roof.
No, that's fine. Yeah, no, absolutely. The spiders aren't currently in view.
Okay.
You can hear. Actually, no, can't really hear much. But can you see from there?
I can. So
Yeah.
that's where I can see.
Okay.
I can see all the way up to the cart, but
Yeah.
that I can't see past the gate, obviously, because the gate is
Mhm.
blocking my.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing due to the shadow, it's actually a grate rather than a wooden gate. Because I can see the shadow, but not.
Yeah. It's a iron grate that has been pushed open.
Okay. I'm gonna head towards the gate to see, and just sort of literally just inside the keeping like as close to the gate as I can.
Okay. If you'd like to make a stealth roll for me, please, with advantage.
Advantage. 16 looks like the highest, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, 16.
Yeah. Okay. The Dwager who is on watch doesn't seem to have spotted you. Likewise, as you can see, as that has opened up, you can see another couple of Dwager. It sort of just looks like they're sort of just crossing the yard, and what looks like just at the far end there, a troll standing on guard.
Okay.
And if you didn't know, if you weren't entirely sure, this building here that you can't see much of is one of the ones that smoke's coming out of. There's the sound of clink, clink. Sounds like you might have found a forge.
Great. So I'm just gonna pop myself at the next corner of where the stuff is. Oh yeah, okay. Right. I think once I've done that, can I see what sort of thing this guy's making, or in the forge?
No, the forge itself is closed. These two guys are just get the thing. Open the door and enter into the building.
Okay.
And the troll just sort of comes and sort of sits on a rock and sort of seems to be sort of chewing on it, chewing on his talons.
Lovely.
Instead of his nail, his talons.
I think at that point I'm gonna head back, going nice
Okay.
and slow again, and then just sort of down the inside of the tents, back to everybody.
Okay.
And just relay what I've just seen, that it's quite a big area. Actually, it's a massive area. There seems to be a forge. Someone's making stuff by the sounds of it. And there's a couple of troll. There's a troll, at least one troll, and Mordwager. So it's not a small force. Would I say it's sort of like a stepping off ground as to where they could launch attacks from?
Yeah, it could actually. Yeah, it could be used as a sort of a staging area.
Thank you, that's the word I was after.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just relay all that back and go. Thorin, my lord,
Yes.
this is your call.
Oh. Fuck it, let's just go kill the fuckers. Even if it kills me in the process.
I don't think anyone wants to be dying. If you die, Thorin, I swear to Alwai, I will kill you. Well, I will first resurrect you, and then I'll kill you once again.
Wait,
And then
let's-
resurrect you once again.
well, to
Or
be
you
fair,
could, or you could go and retrieve Kaluma and be full force.
How
leave all...
it'd also give us
You-
it'd also give us daylight then as well.
Also,
Yeah, because right now it's a little before midnight.
can I say I would much prefer having another person who can heal with us if we're doing this, because I only have 25 feet of movement, I can't move very fast. You guys are likely would be ahead of me during combat, and I may not be able to reach a point where I can heal all of you on my own.
Just me and Thorin.
Or go running in with like Molotov cocktails. Yeah.
To be fair, that's not a bad idea.
Firebomb the place and then run away.
So Tim, I want to multi-class into Artificer all of a sudden.
Yeah, so do I.
You can create acid and fireballs and throw them at range.
So
That sounds like a great idea.
so I'm definitely up for the idea of heading back and getting Kaluma. Also, I think by that point it'll also be the time to renew the Death Ward.
Can Kalima have a bath first?
No,
Oh yeah, absolutely.
No, we're coming back, getting you and heading out. You're going out covered in blood.
Oh,
It's going to be a good sort of 6-7 hours for them to get back to you if they come in a straight line anyway. So
But-
yeah, they'll be back in the morning basically. Check it out now.
I'm gonna ask before we go into combat, can I quickly just go to the toilet quick?
Oh yeah, we're going to head back anyway. We're going to head back to the
Hold.
to the hold anyway.
Oh, that's good. I thought we were gonna just jump straight in. Like, oh no.
No. Common sense has prevailed. And okay. Right. Let me just swap that map to more general one as you travel back. What precautions are you making to not be tracked, traced?
Did you say you can cast Pass Without Trace? Kenna?
I was trying to have a look, see if I could, and then I got the blue screen of death.
Oh no!
Oh no.
No, I
I'm
don't.
having
I
to
don't
sign
think.
this in again.
I think there was someone who could. I can't remember who it was though. Might have been Kaluma.
Wait, what? Can I? Oh, yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
You are in the wrong place.
Okay. Travel back through the evening with no great worries.
I was going to say, like every now and again, I'll think I'll like grab like some of the some of the branches, just shake them so that the snow,
Tracks are hard.
like the snow comes off and stuff.
Okay. Let's do a survival check to see how successful or obtrusive that might be.
Survival. Get normal roll. Thank you very much. 31.
Yeah, that'd do it. Yeah, no problem. Basically, you use your knowledge of tracking to lay a number of false trails that kind of fork off from your main actual path of travel. Takes a little extra time for you to get back, and it's you travel on through the dawn, and you're sort of getting quite tired. You kind of get back to the hold about midday. The next day, you sort of spend a good sort of 10-12 hours traveling, with the occasional sort of stop of for sort of resting and sort of doubling back to avoid things. So it's late morning, just before lunchtime, when you sort of arrive back into Newtown, travelling through. Everything's boarded up. Back up to the hold, where a washed and rested Kaluma is summoned at some length. Speaking of Kaluma, could you do another investigation roll for me, please?
Give me a minute. I'm just trying to adjust myself because I slid down the sofa. The sofa decided to try and eat me. Investigation, yes.
Uh-huh.
Is this with advantage?
No. Okay. You have, at least with the extra resources that you've uncovered, I said you managed to find some clues as to where Taliesin de Lyrandar went. Ulfgren Pitchblende.
Sorry, who was that?
Ulfgren Pitchblende was mentioned as a hunter who went missing about 250 years ago, in the region now known as Dragon's Grave, up in the northeast of the map. And he was a renowned hunter, and he went forth, sort of claiming to have heard of a great treasure to be found, and then went missing, and his body was never found.
Right. Okay. Right.
Should we take a break
So-
there?
Yeah. Fire break for everyone.
Good idea, because my butt's going to sleep.
No, sticks the kettle on. How's that sound?
Good idea. I'm
Oh.
gonna do the same. Right, we will be right back, people. And I would say don't go anywhere, but you know, you don't have. Yeah, we'll be right back. So speak to you
Cheers.
soon.
In it.
In it blood, all right, mush. Love it.
And that's what we come back to, so that's always good.
Mm.
Is one enjoying the delectable conversation that is partaking of this small diluted break the essence of it.
Oi! It's definitely been a conversation. Sorry that took so long. I didn't need a coffee, then I needed a coffee, and then I needed a wee, and then, yeah,
Have you got yourself a coffee?
I got myself a coffee.
But now we have coffee. So
Yeah.
coffee. Yeah.
How many coffees have you had today?
Me?
Coffee.
Yes.
I've only had... This is my first one.
Good.
But I have had 2 litres of Pepsi Max.
God damn it, Leah!
Anyway, for those of you rejoining or who have managed to even staying on, we rejoin the party as they regather back at Amberhammer Hold, having found at least a staging area where Dwager and Trolls are, well, at the moment not doing much because it was the middle of the night and there was a couple of patrols. So they've gone back to regroup with Kaluma, who has been researching various things and has a list of names that perhaps they might want to, they might want to share, they might want to talk about. I don't know, but certainly it's they've had chance to study and to rest as you haul in, and it's probably about lunchtime, as I said. So you probably all sort of, I don't know, go meet in the bar, meet in the mead hall, whatever you want to call it.
Get a hand pie.
So, Kaluma comes over. Tells the group about the lovely extra library that they found. And then hands them a piece of paper with 4 names on it. Which is Talazin de Lyandra.
Lewandar.
Oh, that's the one.
Mhm.
Ulfgren Pitchblend. Morton Blackhand.
Listen,
Sorry!
listen.
So Talazin de Light. Oh, fuck. You say it, Tim.
De Lewandar.
And how do you spell that?
D-I.
On the blog.
With
It's on-
words.
Okay,
Let me.
that'll do. Close enough. Who else was it, Morgan?
Ulfgren Pitchblend.
Right, yeah, I've got that one already.
Morton Blackhand.
Actually, I've got Morton Pitchblend.
Is their ship
That'll
name.
do.
And also the 4th name on the list is Bentane Amberhammer.
Not Bentane. I sell Bentane and Bentane accessories.
I hear that though. I keep thinking of Ben 10.
Same. I now just have an image of
See,
like
Did everybody just stop talking at the same time?
it's
when I read it, I went Fraser bent up pies.
Kaluma's gonna look at Thor and go, I do not believe that your father is the Winter's Knight because he was here. I mean, I hope that was him. Otherwise, that'd be a bit awkward. But I do believe it's one of these 3. Just this name was in my research.
In all honesty, if it turns out my dad is the Winter Knight and the person that was here was just like some sort of weird imposter, it's like I would not even be surprised by now. I've literally got to that point where I wouldn't even be surprised anymore.
If it's any comfort, and I know my words sometimes have the opposite effect, at least even if he was the Winter's Knight, the man we buried can die as your father. If that's any
Yeah.
comfort, that is.
Yeah, I suppose that's one way to look at it.
Kalima, during the night, Kalima's not the best artist. They can knit up a storm, but drawing they stumble at. They're like an asthmatic during a race.
Thanks.
No worries.
So pretty much dying then.
You pretty well. Kalima has done a shoddy drawing of the thing that they fought in the library, and sort of just hands it over to Valenia and go, what's one of those?
Do I know what it is as character?
Probably not. Nature with disadvantage.
Nature with disadvantage. I'm on the wrong screen. Still on the wrong screen because I've got too many windows open. Nature with disadvantage. It's a 17.
No. No. Whatever it is not of the natural world.
Okay. Because Faye is with us, isn't she? She's in the.
Yeah.
Yeah. In that case, I'll hand it over to. Well, I'll get it. I'll just hand it over to Faye and go. I think you may be the best person if Valenia doesn't know.
Sort of looks at it with sort of some degree of bemusement. Let me give her a chance to see what she can. Let me just open.
The things on the back, they're supposed to be spikes. I know they look a bit more like spoons, but I'm just not very. And also, they're supposed to be arms. Sorry if they look like weapons. To be fair, they were weapons. They hit me. Yeah. I
She
could
sort of pulled-
if you give me enough time, I could knit it.
She's having a think. Let me just give a possible there. Nature.
Also, the thing in the middle that looks like an egg, that's an eye.
Right.
If anyone wants to draw this,
I am drawing it because my drawing skills are absolutely awful. So
good. So are mine.
no, like mine is. Oh my god. Yeah, this is.
Would anyone know what the fuck this is?
I mean, Kerner wants to do a nature with disadvantage.
It did try to finger my brain.
Words I did not need.
Didn't even buy you a drink first.
Kerner could try an Arcana with disadvantage.
That would be a
So
no
my
then.
next check draws a blank.
There you go. I have done an artist's interpretation, which is probably what Kaluma has drawn. I'm putting in the D&D general chat.
And I got
That's pretty
16
much
for
it.
my Arcana.
Okay.
There you go. That is my artist's interpretation, which is probably Kaluma's interpretation.
Pretty much.
It is a. You did once hear. With that law, you did once hear a story, a cautionary story about wizards who failed in the attempt to unlock magical secrets they couldn't fathom, and sort of this sort of caused them to sort of look beyond what most people call the here and now, and it kind of warped them in body and mind. So they couldn't understand what they were searching for, but it did allow them to have the ability to extract knowledge from other creatures. That sort of sounds like what you've been described about the kind of the attempt to kind of read Kaluma's mind. Yeah. Nothing.
So I recount this information to the group, but I'm not 100% certain. There's just some vague recollection about wizards trying to unlock some sort of magic secrets, and basically it warped their body and their mind, and they now wander like libraries and cloisters, anywhere where there's books or knowledge, and when anyone's there, they try to extract their knowledge from their brains.
Well,
The only thing I can think of, but I don't know for certain.
well, it didn't stay still, so yeah, you could say it was wandering. Do you guys want to see the library I found?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Of course I do. It's like it's an extra thing I didn't know I had.
I'm like, come on then, and I sort of like guide them through. I open up the hatch.
Okay.
and I just lead them through.
Moment.
I'm like, don't mind the blood on the floor. It was from the thing that I.
God, I've just realised.
What?
Nothix just look like spiky minions.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, did we have a long rest, Tim?
Yes.
You've had a long rest. Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. As we walk in, I'm literally gonna turn around, sort of like, and go full on Venom and go ta-da!
Ta-da!
Okay. What am I missing? Where's Valinia?
I'm here. Hello.
Yeah, no, I was looking on the map. I've obviously failed to copy you off the other map. Bear with me.
That's fine.
Urgh.
You just see Arwen.
Wandering off, looking at the book.
I'm just gonna say Arwen's just standing there like, it's a library.
Yes, well done.
It's quite big.
Turned into books and wandered.
That is a pretty big fucking library.
Yeah, we're not seeing Kerner ever again.
Kerner's gone. She's just like, yeah, bye.
And I'm here like, was this here the whole time?
Yeah, it's still been. I'm just trying to find. Where's Kaluma? So I was on the other map just trying to work out where. Oh, there's Valinia. Right. Doop. Ta-da!
Oh, there I am.
So as I go ferrying through the books, I go shouting over. Master, what did you find out about these other characters then? If we're question marking Benton for the moment.
So, Brain has just farted all the information that you told me. So I'm just gonna relay it back. But I am gonna add on. I'll be like, listen, I kind of got distracted by the fingery brainy thing. So, yeah.
Just to sort of condense it into small one-liners, lack of a better word. So Taliesin de Lyrindar was a representative of House Lyrindar who was looking for Eberron and Kyber crystal deposits that could be used in the enchantment of the flying ships of that house, and had permission to go searching for deposits that they could mine and make use of. And he and his party disappeared in the mountains to the north. the other guy, Pitchblende, was a hunter who disappeared again about 150 years ago. He said he had found the lair of some great beast in the region of the area known as Dragon's Grave, and was never seen again. Morton Blackhand was a bounty hunter who was a bit older. It's about 300 years old, 300 years or so ago, and he is noted as tracking someone through the territory, and being particularly brutal in the way that he sought information. Basically, there's a big note against his name of "Do not let him back into the hold. He's banned." Following him injuring various innocents in his search for whoever he was hunting, and then Bentame's name comes up in that there's a period during the last war against the trolls where he disappeared for 6 months, was assumed to have been killed, and then sort of came back saying that he'd been captured and had fought his way free. And there's just a few other bits and pieces that kind of align in terms of some of the languages he used, some of the language he used that kind of suggest the Feywild as being involved in his disappearance.
So with my research, if we can find out exactly how old the Winter's Night is with these names, I could potentially point out who he is, like his mortal name.
So we know that Morton was 300. They were both Callison and Pitchblende 100, 150.
Yeah.
Okay.
Benton was about 75 years ago. Bentane.
That's when Kaluma's gonna look at like Kerner really like an excitable like puppy and go, "Did I do good?"
Did very well, and I pat him on the head like a good little boy. Yes, well done, good little tiefling. I'm
Kaluma's
very impressed with your research skills. You've learned a lot.
Kaluma's gonna be like, "Thank you." I sort of like smooth their hair down.
And then I come back and grab Kaluma by the arm and drag them off to where I'm looking at articles to do with history and fairy tales and stuff. Did anybody look at whether what the when the White Knight first appeared as a story?
Yeah, when did the Winter's Nights first start appear as a story?
Hmm.
Would I know that if I did an Arcana check?
Something we've not actually looked into.
You'd
Yeah.
think we would have, wouldn't you?
Can I do it with advantage because I'm in a library and I'm in my favourite place?
No. Disadvantage.
Oh.
Hang on, I'll need to roll it again. Ignore that roll.
I'm sorry, but if I was if Tim was in a library and he was looking for information, I'm pretty sure he would get distracted by all the shiny stuff around him.
Can I just say, the last time one of my characters was in a library, he gave himself exhaustion.
Yeah, he did. bless good old Koo.
But you said you were doing research and you stayed up all night.
Overnight.
Well, he was doing less research, more reading books.
Whereas Raziel, was sensible and fell asleep and fell to the floor.
Anyway, I did a 15.
No, you've no idea. The stories are he's not someone that's written about much. I mean, as it was, you only kind of heard about really through your own encounters and everything else like that. It's not really someone who is commonly written about.
Can I do something really clever for Valenia?
Go on then.
I'm just going to walk up to Faye and go, how old is the Winter Knight?
Look at if I know, she says.
Fuck!
Just, I mean, you know, yeah, I mean, he looks. No, I mean, you've seen him. He kind of looks in his kind of late 50s, early 60s, but he's a fey creature, so he could be thousands of years old. Don't know. Time's odd, anyway. I mean, in theory. In theory, he could only be a couple of years old, but because of time in the Feywild, he could have always existed.
Could I do ending and ask One-Eyed Alice?
Do you mean Deadeye?
Yeah.
Do you mean Deadeye Alice?
That's the one. I knew it would eyed Alice.
just some random hunter in the middle of nowhere, just like, wait, what?
It's like, you know, it's like, who the fuck are you and what do you want? Where is it? Where I can't even fucking find the spell. This is great. It would help if I... Ah, there it is. Okay. Second sending of the session. Okay. Hello, Alice. This is Kaluma Argentum. We met a while back. Could you please tell me if you know how old the Winter's Night is? Thanks.
25. Winter's
Yep,
Nights.
25 on.
Exactly.
No, 26 in total, but 25 on.
No,
I'm
it was
making
was-
27 including the a couple other bits, but yeah.
no, it was 25 on the dot. I was counting the words.
The counts.
Oh fuck! Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh fuck! I didn't know that.
But why are you saying that in character? Out of character? Yeah.
I was saying it out of character.
Uh-huh.
Shut up. Let me have it. I went out today. I'm stressed. Yeah, so I've sent my message off.
There's a pause, and there's a sort of a... The current holder of the Winter's Night title has been in the court some 200 years, as you mortals count it. Ends there.
I'm gonna look up because when Kaluma does sending, they kind of like look down at their hooves for some reason. Kaluma's gonna look up and go. According to Alice.
Alice?
Dead-eyed
Alice?
Dead-eyed Alice. I decided to send her a message. On the off chance. According to her, the current Winter's Night is 200 years old.
Okay. So that still leaves us between 1, 2, and 3.
Well, only one went missing before the Winter's Night. That one.
Mm. you say I said current holder?
Oh, apparently yes. Apparently it's just a
Another
title
thing,
handed down.
Faye, how does this title get handed down? Is it because people make them mortal?
Could it be that? Could it be that they? The previous knight has played their part.
Maybe it could be the current. Maybe it's a you kill the Winter's Knight, you become the Winter's Knight.
Or maybe a title passed down from generations.
The Winter's Knight is Maeve's right hand. He is the enforcer and executioner for the court of the Night and Dark. He sometimes leads the Wild Hunt. But quite, yeah, he's... It's a title that can be granted by the Queen of the Night and Dark, and should the Winter's Knight fail to follow her sometimes quite capricious whims, then the knight is sealed in ice and planted in her frozen courtyard for all to see, and the role given to someone else for a while to torment him while he's imprisoned, rekindle his desire for the power of his mantle. So, yes, the title can be passed on, but it's granted by the Queen of the Night and the Dark.
Faye, what? Obviously, you spent time as part of this court. What do you know of May?
She is of the unseemly, the wild, the breakers of promises. Her court is that of the sort of the dark, the melancholy aspects of the Fae. Red caps and goblins, ogres, hags, the winter Eladrin, other watchers in the night. The Yeth hounds bay for her in their sadness, and brings frost to all who know her. They're the breakers of bounds, breakers of rules. Yeah, she's cruelty, randomness, blood on the snow. All the nightmares of fairy.
I stop there, but go. I need to speak more with you, Faye, about this. This doesn't seem like you. How did you get involved with the winter side? Your spirit is warmth and love and generosity, but maybe we need to leave this for another time. But yes, anything else you can recommend or remember about this night?
When he was my patron, he was bold, he was direct, he was like an avalanche driving all before him, like a blizzard in the night. That was his power. He his story is to drive the winter blizzards before him, to drive those to pray to the mercy of Queen Maeve, even knowing that doesn't exist, and that it'll be his hands on the haft of the executioner's axe. He's beyond. He's not as simple as being evil or dark. He is the dark of the night. He is the uncaring power of being caught in a blizzard in the night. There is no mercy to him. That's just not his nature. And from what little I've been able to pick up, because his name is very well hidden, that when he was a mortal, that he was not a gentle man. He was not a kindly man. He was someone who would in turn break lives and promises with equal fervour in pursuit of his goal. I've heard stories of, in his path as a mortal, of dryads mourning trees, of satyrs nursing broken fingers, of him slaying Eladrin on the direct orders of the Queen of Night to take up his mantle. A hunter, a pursuer, and entering into Thelanis, that very nature then grew and took power from the story that he became. I don't know how much or if anything of that mortal there still exists, if at all. But it might be that if we can find some relics of who or what he was in the past, that it can weaken the story, that it can weaken him. But in the meantime, we've got trolls doing his bidding, reducing the power of this land to resist him. It's not even that he wants power. He already is power. But he just wants to extend the night and the winter to keep driving it forward, to keep expanding it. And that means bringing this land into his. That's his story. If we can find some other story to put him onto, I don't know if that was even possible. That might even be with this whole thing of finding who he was before, that we might be able to find some other aspect to confuse the story. I don't know if I'm making any sense at all.
Yeah.
So we're looking.
Yeah,
So
no,
we're.
you are saying that.
He's
Hmm.
essentially
Go on.
he's essentially using his power to enact more of what he did when he was mortal.
Which makes me think, based off what you've told us, Gloomer, that it's this Morphin Blackhand.
That's what I'm thinking.
Do we need to see what we can find out about him more? I mean, obviously he's been banned from the hold. Do you reckon there's people about Thorin who might remember why he was banned and what he's done?
I mean, it might be worth asking around some of the elders of the clan if they remember. To be fair, I don't remember because I might have been a bit too young at the time and stuff, so.
It could also explain the sudden death of your father, because he may have remembered his mortal name.
Yeah, and that would explain sort of somebody getting pissy and wanting to kill my dad off to shut him up.
I am going to take myself to my temple and pray to the sovereign host and to Gurlon, because if we are going up against the dark, then I am going to imbue myself with as much light as possible.
Moon, if you get any lower, you're going to be under your desk.
I didn't even realise that was the thing.
Kalima's going to look at Arwen and go, I do not know how you pray. I do not know if you use a formal setting, but feel free to pray alongside me.
Yeah, I will.
I also made brownies while you were away.
Oh, thank you. Brownies are nice. Oh, I don't know if we taught. Did anyone tell you that we saw monsters?
We can the temple, shall we? I'm just gonna sort of like nod to everyone and go, Kerner, don't spend all your time in here.
I'll try not to.
Remember, you also have a fiance and a child to see to.
Kerner, make a save at super disadvantage.
And I add, as your lord and brother-in-law, I also, but by rule decree, make sure you eat occasionally.
Thorin.
Has Kerner met Katya yet?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Thorin, what you could do is you could put a time limit on the libraries, like set a time where it's open and closed.
At which point I look horrified and go, no. I'm perfectly fine. Faye will keep me honest. Worst case, I can get Katya to send you a time mark somewhere, so it'll pierce my skin or something when I've spent too long in here.
Okay, well, as long as I don't have to start pulling my raw weight around and being like, right, I'm putting a time limit on you. Because I will.
And not want to be necessarily to be the one to put a damp on the occasion, but you do still have an army of trolls to deal with.
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
I just walk in. I just as it starts to get dark, I will come down and collect you.
Fair enough.
Because when it goes to night time, it means it's bedtime.
Well, it should mean bedtime unless if you're ambushed.
I kind of go, oh, okay. And then I just go, right, Faye, you gonna help me?
And then you don't. I'm going to then buggers off, yeah.
I'm going to pull Faye to one side gently so she doesn't kill me. And just go. I know that you are probably frightened right now, but if you would like me to speak to my patron, maybe he could assist you. He's really nice and he's really handsome.
I think I'm done with owing anyone my life. I've been on the run. I think I think there are other paths I'd like to sort of try and make more sense of. And she sort of holds up her hand, and just for a minute, a little sort of curl of flame just hovers in the palm of her hand, and then sort of winks out again. Says, I think possibly my bloodline itself holds maybe enough power to build something on,
That's
like
what
my sister.
I look at Kerner and go, well, you seem like a powerful bunch.
Yeah,
What
maybe
I'll
I've
do-
been looking for that in the wrong places.
Well, hopefully you can look for it in the right places, and we shall help you. With that, Kaluba's going to do a little bit of a whistle, and Shrieken's going to pop out. And I'm just going to say, "This is Shrieken. I'll get him to stay with you. I'm sure you two can find some things to talk about."
Okay. She sort of looks at him and in Draconic says hello, and he goes hello, and sort of says, "Got some biscuits if you want to share." And sort of looks at her. What type of biscuits? Cinnamon? Big smile on his face.
I'm going to look at Shrieken and say in Draconic to him, out loud, "Please don't overindulge yourself in biscuits, because I do not need you bouncing."
Oh, bless. Looking at the time, it is just coming up on 20 to 6. Do you guys want to call it there, and we'll pick up next week?
Sounds good.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea, because
Yeah,
leave it
I'm
at
bored.
us all getting our shit together.
Yep.
When do we ever have our shit together?
No.
I was trying to be nice.
I'm being realistic here.
Fine. See how it is.
Yeah.
Look, as the resident healer who has been having many close calls with death, and you guys having close calls with death, we never have it together.
Yeah, but I'm just a himbo barbarian who's been left in charge of his clan.
Hey, you have an excuse. No one else does.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Well, on that note, before we get too distracted on that, thank you all. An amazing meandering story. We've all done our best with technology doing weird and wonderful things. And I shall hand control of your channel back to you, Leah, before we all sort of explode or something.
Yeah, it feels like that today. It's I don't know.
I'm surprised my internet's actually behaved.
Yeah, it's been a weird night. It's been a weird night, day. What I don't even. I'm so tired from lack of sleep. It's untrue.
It's been a weird thing.
Yeah. I will be back. Oh, what day are we on? Sunday. I'll probably be back some point this week actually, because I'm going to do some watch me bobs, some Star Rail and whatnot. Thank you, Tim, for being an awesome DM as always. Thank you to everybody for staying awake. Thank you for everybody for staying as close as you can with the internet issues and whatnot. And yeah, I think it's going to be. I also hold on. Where was it? Did you put any pictures of the person that's been helping Kerner? I don't think you have yet, have you?
I thought I might have put one in the blog. Let me have a quick look
there's
if I did.
not-
Otherwise, I'll. Yeah.
Yeah, there's not one in the. Did you say there is one?
No.
No. Doesn't matter. Anyway,
There is an icon. I'll post one up when I
Yeah.
do the write up.
so yeah, that was good. Massive amount of lore tonight. I've actually done 3 pages worth of writing. So
Yeah, lots of threads are starting to converge.
yeah,
I think is probably the best way to describe.
all starting to come together. So yeah. So that is cool. Yeah, so thank you everybody that's stuck around. Seen lots of faces popping in and out of the chat while we've been on live, so that's been a good one. Yeah, so thank you everybody. Take your meds, stay hydrated, get some sleep. Goodbye everybody.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.